I am sick and tired of companies announcing stuff that's not happening for years. Companies, please stop torturing us. Please, 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 please.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with Kacey K. Yep, that's me.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 102 of I'm on the phone with Kacey K, and I am your host, Kacey K. Yeah, I realized last week I forgot to finish saying what I was talking about in some stories. First of all, I didn't really talk about Taylor Swift that much, which I don't really know if I need to because, she's worldwide news at this point, but there's a few things I want to talk about. And I didn't get to last time because I just went over my head. The other one was I was talking about Alice Walton, or the Walton family. I did mention she had a school, or she built a medical school, but it's in uh, rural Arkansas or somewhere, and it's for people to go to school to be doctors to then go and live in rural areas and help people out like there. So I don't know like how they would gauge that. I guess yeah, how would you gauge that? Maybe you have to pay up front and then prove that you live in a rural area. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's cool. I think it's nice when billionaires actually use their money for stuff that's going to benefit the world, but whatever. What did I do this week? I never ended up seeing Freakier Friday, which made me sad. I actually forgot that I was going to, and then I forgot when I was editing this that I had told you guys I was going to it, so oops, my bad. So I think I'll see it sometime this week because I really want to. Maybe I'll see it Saturday. I don't have anything planned in the daytime on Saturday. That might be a really good trip for myself. I am back, or trying to get back to my health grind, which means I won't be able to sneak in. Well, maybe I will. Lonnie and popcorn to the movies. My favorite snack for the movies is popcorn with my gummy worms and my Alani. But a package of gummy worms is like 900 calories, which is a lot for a tiny package of just pure sugar. So I think I'll have to like do something different. Maybe I'll get the cloud popcorn from Khloe Kardashian, which if you're in Utah, it is now sold at Harmon's. At least the one in Lehigh. My friend Mallory called me. She's like, guess what I just found at Harmon's? I was like, what? I'm like, I'm not a very good guesser. She just told me. She's like, cloud. I'm like, that is actually pretty surprising. Kind of, but not really. Harmon's, I feel like, is always on the cusp of all that stuff. Like the Clean Simple Eats and Just Ingredients and Hydro Jug and all those like popular brands. And I don't know if I told you this, but Chloe on her podcast, which it's already over. They're doing seasons and the season's already over. I feel like that went by so fast. Anyway, she said eventually that they're going to branch out into like protein bars, protein cookies, protein desserts, like more stuff, but they just started with popcorn. I don't know why. I can't remember why she said popcorn, but anyway, so I'm gonna probably sneak that into the movie theater. What else? I started to like Poppy. I don't know, was Poppy the company that had the drama? Poppy drama. Yes. Okay. Okay, this was it. Breaking down Poppy's viral vending machine controversy. Okay, this really surprises me. So I listened to it's called Aspire with Emma Grede. Emma Grede is the lady that partnered with like Good American, which is Chloe's company, and Skims. Like she helps run Skims and Safely. And what else does she do? I don't know if she does anything else with any other of the sisters, but she has a podcast called Aspire, and she has on these like great entrepreneurs because that's what she does. And she has really good questions, and she's friends with all these people too. Like she has such good connections. So it's like you're just sitting there watching two friends who are extremely successful converse. Like she had Jessica Alba on there, and Jessica told her story about the Honest Company, which still has the best products, I think. Some of them. I got some new beef tallow because I ran out of my other one. And I know you're not supposed to use fragrances, but the one that I used to use it smelled like orange rolls. Like it smelled so good. And I ordered a new jar, and it has a different consistency and it doesn't have a smell. And I just don't think it's doing as well. So I don't know if my beef tallow journey is done. I just need to get better at my skin again. I feel like I've just been falling off everywhere. I stopped going to the gym, which really bothers me. I'm not consistent with my skincare as much as I used to be. My diet especially is pretty scary. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, but I'm trying to get off Alani, like I've said for the past 300, I don't know, days. And I was like, well, maybe I'll try Poppy. And so I did. I'm like, I've tried the other one, Olipop, and I didn't like it. So I didn't even try Poppy, I don't think. But they had like I actually got them at Macy's first. I was like, I'm not gonna buy a big case unless I like them. So I got the something lemonade, raspberry lemon or something, and it was pretty good. I was like, this might be a substitute for my Alani. Where was I going with this? This was after I heard the podcast, and so I was like, well, okay, I've heard her story, which is actually pretty interesting. She started it during COVID, or right before COVID, and then through COVID, she started getting online, and I can't remember what her name is. I probably should know that, but doing lives, and then she started selling like massive amounts of this drink. And then they went to stores, and then Pepsi bought them for like 1.2 billion. Anyway, I couldn't remember if they were the ones that had the controversy or Olipop was, but it was Poppy. They're the ones that dropped off the vending machines to people, like at Trisha Paytas' front yard. But it says prebiotic soda brand Poppy sent out branded vending machines to various influencers ahead of the Super Bowl, sparking backlash online. Poppy competitor Olipop commented on videos about the backlash, claiming the machines cost $25,000 each. Poppy founder Allison Ellsworth addressed the controversy in a TikTok video, stating its competitor is spreading misinformation. Well, I will say one thing: Poppy's drinks are better. Sorry, Olipop, I've tried you. I can't. But people are saying that they're not as healthy for you as they say they are. I'm like, well, I mean, it is still soda, so I mean, how healthy could it be? But I mean, it's probably better than other stuff, you know what I mean? Apparently, it has an $8.2 million lawsuit, which I don't know if that was settled or not. This is back in February, obviously before the Super Bowl. And yeah, I don't know. I like them. They're okay. Not all the flavors. I actually went back to Macy's and bought like a bunch of different flavors so I could try them. I still think the raspberry lemon one is my favorite, but where was I going with this? Anyway, that's my slow health journey back to I'm not fat. I know that. But I've gained weight back and it's starting to to show, you know. You know when you like lose weight and you're like, "Oh, well, I can have this. Then I can have this." And you kind of just like slowly go back to your old eating habits. That's kind of what's happened. And I just don't feel good anymore. And that was a big reason why I started losing weight again, that and Coachella. And I just feel so much better. Even if you have like 10 pounds off you, I don't know. For me at least, I just feel so much better. Plus, I liked going to the gym, and I knew once my trainer moved that I was gonna stop going as much, because that's what kept me kind of like, was like, hey, I've got to go, because I can't show up every 2 weeks with him and like lose muscle and be weak and stuff. And I was like, this is gonna be really hard to stay in, and I didn't. And I was like, actually, I was thinking about him the other day. I was like, he's gonna be so disappointed if he finds out. Like, watch him come back and I've gained like 50 pounds. And then he texts me the next day. He's like, hey, Casey, I just want to check in, see how your gym is going and all this stuff. I was like, I look like a girl from that. Well, I don't even know if it's Judge Judy or what was that law show, that judge show. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, I've seen her recently. And the judge is like, well, when? She says that you haven't seen her in like weeks. She's like, we slept together this morning. And she's like, that was my face when I got the message from my trainer. And I was like, oh, it's actually not going well, but I'm going to get back into it because I've just had a lot to do. Like July, I will say it was hard and it derailed me. And when you go on vacation, it's so hard to stay with the program. Anyway, but Halloween's coming up, so it's my birthday, and then we're doing like a Christmas trip. It's not even very far. It's like Provo Canyon. So I'm like, I gotta look good because the people I'm going with all look good, and I can't look ugly. So yeah, that's what's been new with me. I went to two birthday parties for the same person this weekend, which were really fun. I went to a wedding for one of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. We used to work together. And what else did I do this weekend? I feel like I'd done something. Oh, I had a lot of food. I ate a lot of food. I just posted my Instagram post. I'm way behind. I usually do it on Sundays. And yeah, so I went to Sapa. If you've not been to Sapa, it is in Salt Lake. It's technically downtown, but it's not like where all the skyscrapers are. Would you call them skyscrapers? I mean, I'm sure some people come from the big cities and like, those are not skyscrapers. They're tall though. It's by the old Sears. If you know where the old giant Sears is, that's where it's at. It's on like 9th South and State, maybe 8th South and State. And it looks, I don't know, the outside looks interesting. It looks like a fort. Like the doors are just these giant old doors. And when you walk in, it's like very crammed. I don't even know how to explain it, but you walk in and it's just this giant restaurant. and you can tell they've kind of added on places because it's so busy. And I actually don't get sushi. That's what they're known for, is their sushi. I once had sushi, and I tell people I started crying, which is not false, but my eyes did start watering. And I really tried to like them, and I couldn't. You guys, I don't like sushi. Sushi is so disgusting to me. I can't. So anyway, luckily they have this meal that I think is one of their more popular ones. It's the filet mignon, but it's like cut up into little pieces. I'll post a picture here. It's on a bed of rice and then some kind of sauce with green beans. Oh, one of my favorite meals ever. So if you're ever downtown and want to go get sushi or steak, or I don't know what else they had. They actually had this gluten-free option for my friend Mallory, and she was kind of bummed because she really wanted the filet mignon, but apparently it was, I don't know, dipped in gluten or something. And so they gave her this, and she took a bite. She's like, "This is actually really good." So if you go there, I don't know what it is, but it's on the gluten-free menu. What else? I went to Edna's. That is in Lehigh. I think they have one in Provo too, but it's in Lehigh. If you're driving on the freeway, it's right as soon as you cross Lehigh Main Street, kind of by the roller mills. It used to be Moochie's, I think, which I've tried to find this commercial, you guys, because it is one of the most bizarre, creepy commercials I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to keep trying to find it because it was awful. It was when my friends lived in Lehigh, and I would stay at their house sometimes in the basement, and I got back and it was like midnight, and I'm like, well, I'll turn the TV on to fall asleep too. And I think it was watching SNL, and this commercial came on, and wow. It was like one of those times where you like look around and like, am I being watched? Like, this was the creepiest commercial I've ever seen. I want to try and find it because it was awful. Anyway, that's where Edna's is. And Edna's, how would you describe Edna's? Like, what would they say? Edna's Grill and Market. Yeah, they have one in Provo too. I just found this out not too long ago. Let's see. It's a local eatery known for burgers, bread pudding, salads, and other comfort fare in casual chic space with alternative service. With attentive service. I was like, what does alternative service have to do with that? Okay, so I have had their sweet potato fries. I've had their steak frites, probably one of the best things on the menu. The bread pudding, you guys, it sounds weird. It's so good. I always get the Irish nachos as an appetizer. They're super, super good. My stepdad got the meatloaf one day, and he could tell he didn't like it very much because he kept asking to eat our food. Their Paris burger is a really popular one. The stroganoff's really good. This time I had the pasta. I can't remember what the name of the pasta was, but it's, you guys, I'm telling you, this place, the salmon's delicious. I've never had any of their pizza, but I'm sure it's good. Let's see. I never had the pork chop, but that looks good. Steak frites I've had. Salmon I've had. I don't know if I've had the chicken. I think I have. But with me, when I go to these places, I'm like, I'm so sorry to ask this, but does this piece of meat have bones in it? And sometimes they like get it, and sometimes they're like, I don't really know. I don't think so. But the ones that get it. I hate food with bones in it. Hate, hate, hate. I cannot stand picking around the bone, and then you get the ligaments. It's too much work. I don't want to work for my food. I've already sat down. It's clear that I'm not going hunting and gathering for my food because I've come to a restaurant for you to serve it to me. I can't stand food with bones in it. And my stepdad would always get a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he would never, ever get the boneless, like the popcorn chicken or anything like that. We always had to get the one with bones in it, and I hated it. And then you get in trouble for not eating all the meat. I'm like, I'm not eating that. That's like gray. I'm not eating that. Sorry, I'm not. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. This is what I had. The Eloise's Alfredo, noodles, Parmesan, and cream cheese, roasted corn, fried chicken breast, parsley, and fresh Parmesan. It is to die for, you guys. They also have rice pudding, a skillet cookie. That sounds delicious. Oatmeal toffee and chocolate chips. Interesting. Okay, and the last place I went to was called Moena's. It's actually fairly new. I think it opened up like a month ago. And it is in downtown Daybreak. If you guys haven't been to Daybreak recently, I recommend going because it's actually really cool. And they have a ton of stuff. They have the new Bees baseball stadium. It's called the ballpark at America First Square. And apparently that whole area is going to be built up, kind of like a new downtown for Daybreak. And they have the new movie theater there, the Megaplex, which has bowling, arcades, a restaurant. What else do they have? And movies, I guess. But right next to it, they have like a little amphitheater square thing. Right next to it just opened up a new restaurant called Moena. And it is really, really good food. Okay, so we went there for breakfast. It's like a Hawaiian style restaurant, and it's kind of small and cozy, but it says aloha and welcome to Moena Cafe. Nestled in the heart of paradise, Moena Cafe invites you to savor the flavors of Hawaii with every delicious bite. Start your day with a delightful breakfast featuring fresh ingredients and island inspired dishes. From our signature short rib loco moco to fluffy chantilly pancakes, there's something for everyone to enjoy. These pancakes are probably some of the best ones I've ever had in my life. I'm not even kidding you. I know that's like a lot of pressure to put on these pancakes, but I had the cinnamon roll one, and they're giant. They're huge pancakes. So when you see the price, don't like freak because there's a reason why. They also have this thing, fried rice with fried eggs on top. That's what I got for breakfast. So delicious. I want to go back for lunch. I'm telling you guys, this place is really, really good. Let's see. I want to do the lunch. Okay, here we go. A short rib sandwich, fish sandwich. They have a different fish of the day, which is, I guess, flown in. These people also own restaurants in Hawaii and also I think one in Tokyo is what I heard. They have salads, they have veggie sandwiches, the Moana burger, a chicken panini, yummy. I think they're only open for breakfast and lunch. I think breakfast is like their main thing. Let's see. The MC breakfast, 2 eggs, any style, 1 choice of meat, bacon, white rice, fried rice, brown rice, potatoes, wheat toast. They have a fish breakfast, which I think is really popular, Hawaiian omelet, I have no idea, Kahlua pig, onions, cheese, and green onions. A veggie crepe, roasted bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, spinach, cheddar jack cheese, and avocado. Kahlua pig crepe, ham and cheese mushroom, a fruit crepe. They have banana chantilly pancakes, MC fruit pancakes, topped with strawberries, bananas, shredded coconut, and whipped cream. Acai bowls, Belgian waffles. I have not had a Belgian waffle in probably like, I don't know, 20 years. Oh, they have bagels too. I've heard their bagels really good. Anyway, I was a major big back today. Also, yesterday I went to it wasn't, I don't know if I call it a restaurant. It's called the Cotton Bottom. It's in Cottonwood Heights, and it was the most giant hamburger I've ever seen. I got the double garlic burger, which was super delicious. It was kind of fun because you get to eat outside. It's like this really, really old building. I think inside is a bar, but like in the summer they let you eat outside under the lights and stuff. It was not. It was kind of pricey, but it was one of the best hamburgers I've ever had in my life. And I'm not even kidding you. It was like the size of a baguette. That's like like 2 baguettes put together. That's like the size of this sandwich. I'm like, God, I would have ordered like the regular one if I would have known it's this big. Super, super good. It's off, I don't know, 215 exit by these really fancy restaurants, which is so funny because right next door it's like this old shack. And that's where it was. So yeah, I have definitely been eating well lately. And my friend just texted me. He's like, when are we going to go have Italian food? Because there's this other place downtown called Lupessa, and I've heard it's delicious, but they've already been remodeled, which I don't understand because they just opened. Anyway, and the food there looks delicious. Also, sorry, this has turned into a food podcast. At the Fashion Place Mall, there's one called Basta. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. It is so good. They're not open on Sundays, though, unfortunately. It's kind of weird. It's like you stand in line and order, and then they give you a number, and then you go sit down, and they bring your food to you. I really don't know why they do that. But they have some of the best pasta I've ever had in my life. It is so good. They have meatballs. I think they have shakes too, which I've never tried. But it's busy, so you're gonna have to wait in line unless you get there a little bit earlier, like we did. But if you go, like 7 or 8 or whatever, it's gonna be crazy busy. Anyway, should we get into our topics of this week after I've just promoted all of these companies? Okay, what is first? Okay, Taylor Swift. I want to talk about this specifically. So, in the time I've talked to you last, she's released 6 different album covers, I think, and 5 of them are exclusive. Like, you can only get them within like a certain amount of time, and if they sell out, they sell out. Tell me why all of her album covers, besides the main one, are better than the main one. I don't hate the main one, it's just not nearly as good as the other ones, and I'm really upset. No, there's been 7. So there's 7 album covers in total. The original one, 4 that she dropped, and then she dropped one on its own a couple days ago, and then one on its own today. I ended up getting the one today because I haven't gotten any of them. It looks like it's still available, which is... No, it's not. Sorry, it's not available. But I don't know why they keep putting this up here because it says while supplies last and it's got 40 hours left. I'm like, why would you even keep it up there if it's not even still there? Anyway, apparently these ones will never be restocked. She said that, never. I kind of hope she's lying. Oh wait, hang on one second. How do you pause this thing? Okay, sorry, I'm back. I just had to alert somebody that the vinyl was still available. Anyway, you can still get The Life of a Showgirl, Baby That Show Business Edition. She has a lot of them. And this one is probably one of the best ones. The original one, sorry, it just isn't it. I don't know why. I like the actual color of the vinyl. It's like orange and sparkly. But even like people are saying like the back cover of this original one is better than the other one. The one I really wanted was the last one where she's like leaning against the wall and her butt's sticking out. And the other one is where she's wearing like all the jewels or whatever. That's the other one I wanted. But I was like, I'm holding out because she always releases so many, and she's doing that currently. One thing I really hope she's lying about is that there's only 12 songs on this track. I'm sorry. I know you guys are sick of me talking about this. Anyway, okay. So, just a little Easter egg, which is so I don't know how she does this. It's so her mind. Her mind. She says she loves planning. In that interview with Jason Kelsey, she says she loves to plan stuff. So I mean, it's not shocking. So if you went to the concert or watched the live streams or whatever, you know that a countdown clock started at 2 minutes and 24 seconds. I think it was after. No, it was okay. So the clock started, and then Applause by Lady Gaga started playing at 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And I don't know why people weren't more alerted to what the specific time meant, but anyway, they weren't. Then it turns out she announces this album on August 12th, which is the 224th day of the year, supposedly. That's what they say. I didn't double check. And it's also the 12th anniversary of Applause, which Applause was supposed to come out apparently August 13th, 2013, but it was leaked, so she released it earlier. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how does this all line up? This is like voodoo magic. This is Taylor Swift's 12th album. 12 plus 12 is 24. I mean, obviously 224 or whatever. And there's 12 tracks on it. I'm just like, how can she do this? How does she go for mind? Anyway, that's the coolest part of this whole thing to me, I think. And what are the odds that all that would line up? You know what I mean? I don't know. Also, hearing her talk about her getting her master's back in that interview was like a little emotional. Like, I didn't realize it was that like big of a deal to her. I mean, I guess she was very vocal about it, but she was more angry when she would talk to us about it, you know? And to hear like she literally dropped to her knees and started sobbing when she found out that she got her music back. I think that's so cool. And now she's like, you guys can listen to any songs you want. And people are like, well, what songs do you want us to listen to? Do you want us to listen to like the originals? Do you want us to listen to the new ones? She's like, honestly, she's like, I think the sound on a lot of the new stuff is better than the old stuff, but I get if you want to go back and listen to like my voice of the early times, that makes total sense. More nostalgia. She's like, you can listen to whatever you want now. And trust we will be. So yeah, again, I'm gonna miss the torture postpartum era. There's something about that era that I loved. And what else did I say? I don't know. I'm thinking, let's see, the Billboard Music Awards, the VMAs are coming up. I have a feeling she's going to announce something then. Okay, the VMAs are September 7th at 6 p.m. Who's the host this year? Okay, supposedly Sabrina Carpenter, Somber, Alex Warren, and J Balvin are going to perform. The only one I really care about, sorry, is Sabrina Carpenter. And her new album, when does her album come out? Oh my gosh, next week. It comes out, Man's Best Friend. I didn't realize it was this soon. I'm very curious about this album. I didn't, like, Man Child it's okay. Like, I didn't mind it, but it's not, like, my favorite. So I'm curious to see how this album is going to go. Also, you know what's weird is The Subway by Chappell Roan. Again, it's not a bad song, but it is charted higher than any of her other songs, which is really shocking to me. I am shocked that Good Luck Babe did not go number one. And Pink Pony Club, like, how is that higher than those two? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a slow song. It's like a kind of a sad song. I don't know. Anyway, those are just some things on my mind. And some Taylor Swift stuff. What else do we have on the list? Running Point Season 2 has started filming. That is the Netflix show with Kate Hudson in it. And she's like the billionaire heiress that is the president of their basketball team now, the Waves. I love that show. I watched it so quickly. It was so entertaining, so fun, just light. Nothing too deep. You know, it's just a good watch at the end of the day when you just want to like wind down. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Also, they just released the release dates for The Morning Show, Season 4. It comes out soon. Can you believe September's next week? Next month, sorry. It's next month. The Morning Show comes back Wednesday, September 17th. The first episode will be released on a premiere date, followed by one new episode each Wednesday until the finale on November 19th. So get ready. It's on Apple TV. This one is one, it's kind of deep. You kind of have to like pay attention to it. I feel like that's how a lot of the shows on Apple TV are. They're kind of just like more in depth, you know? And I don't know why it's so hard for Apple TV to get subscribers. I really don't understand why. Like, they're always struggling, but they have really good TV shows. There's another one they have on right now that's coming back called Palm Royale, which I'm glad it's doing well because I didn't watch the first season, but it has a lot of good characters in it. And I think it was nominated for a lot of Emmys. So I think it's doing well, and I'm excited about that because it's got Carol Burnett in it. I love Carol Burnett like so so much. Also, sorry, I was just thinking about how old Carol Burnett is and how she's still doing stuff. There's this lady I found on TikTok. Her name is Glama Leda, Glammaleda. I don't know. Maybe that's her name, Leda, or maybe it's her last name. But I was watching her, and she is 78. I mean, you can tell she's older, but she really doesn't look that old. And she is like so glammed up, and her hair is big. I don't know if it's a wig or what, but I was like, I like her. And she's like sitting in this house that's like just pure opulence. It's black and white, almost Tuscan vibes. She called it some kind of style, kind of Renaissance, like old European. And she's like, no one wants to buy it. Apparently, she's selling it. I think, from what I'm getting, her husband died a while ago, and I don't know if she's running out of money, but she referenced that she can't afford to buy stuff from stores like she used to, like expensive stores. So maybe she is. Anyway, she used to be a realtor. When I was like watching her, and I was like, I love her. She's from Salt Lake, and she posts like every day. I don't know if it's her grandkids that help her post, but she is just the funnest. Her big thing is doing your daily squats, and she like shows you how she does them. She just like sits in one position. She's like, it'll change your life, you guys. It'll change your life. And she was talking about how she's like, I love dressing up. I love wearing fashion. She's like, you should hear what they call me at church. Like, they make fun of me at church, but I still love it. And people in the comments, like, there's not been one negative comment I've seen. They're all like, I want to hang out with you. We love you. You look gorgeous. You look stunning. I love your house. Anyway, she is my comfort creator of the moment, Glam Alita. So go follow her. I just love, and like, it's like there's something special when you find out someone is like from your area, you know, like on TikTok, you're like, hey, I feel a special connection to you. So anyway, there's that. I just had to add that in there. Anyway, Palm Royale is coming back also. So that's exciting. What else? Okay, Kendall Jenner has bought a new, actually, I don't know why they're just reporting on this. Apparently she bought it in February, but it's a new kind of compound in Montecito. Montecito is where like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle live. It's where Oprah lives. It's where Rob Lowe lives. It's where Gwyneth Paltrow lives. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, although they apparently don't live in that house anymore. They're renting it out, which is also the house that that guy is trying to sue them for, saying that they coerced him into signing the documents when he was on bed rest. And they're like, how is that even possible? Like, the house was like 20 something $million, and no, maybe not that much, like 19 million. And I'm like, surely lawyers and everything are involved in this deal, and realtors. Like, how could they? Like, they have so much money. Why would they care if he's like, I actually don't want to sell it? They'd probably be like, oh, okay. But they just love to come for her, and it bothers me so bad. So they're still on about that nun thing. Like, she bought that. I don't even know what you call it. It's not a church, but what do they call that? Hang on. Katy Perry nun. Oh, convent. It's called a convent. And they apparently she bought it outright, and the nuns are like, uh, so sad that she bought it or something. Anyway, it's a whole story. I'll have to do it another day because it's just anyway. Also, people are like, "Did you see Katy Perry got electrocuted on tour?" They're like naming all the stuff that has happened to her on this tour. And I'm like, yeah, but they never announce like the stuff that she does that's good. Like she brings kids up on stage. Like she brought that blind girl up on stage. Some kid came up and taught her how to do sign language. The one girl collapsed on stage, and Katy Perry like, stayed with her the entire time until people came for help, and she was better. I don't know, but I am loving seeing more and more on TikTok that people leave her tour and they're like, why are people saying that's bad? This is a great tour. This is like one of the best like performances I've seen. Like she is giving everything. And to that I say, yes, yes, she is. Okay, what was I going to talk about? Oh, Kendall Jenner's house. So yes, she's in this neighborhood with all these rich people. It's kind of by Santa Barbara. It's pretty close. It's a coastal town. Anyway, this, I love, love, love Spanish style houses. There's a house, I don't know if it's Spanish style, but in a movie with Reese Witherspoon, what is it called? Hang on. Oh, it's called Home Again. I don't think it did very well, but it says life for a single mom in Los Angeles takes an unexpected turn when she allows three young men to move in with her. The house that she has in this show, I'm like, I want that house so bad. I want it so, so bad. I can't remember if it's Spanish style or not. Anyway, I like that house and the house on The Holiday with Kate or Cameron Diaz, her house. I love her house. Anyway, sorry, back to Kendall. It's a Spanish style house. It says Kendall Jenner secretly drops 23 million on a Montecito compound featuring professional horse stables and neighbor Oprah. Apparently this place used to be owned by Ellen DeGeneres for a long time. And think what you want about Ellen DeGeneres, but she has really good taste and she does really good home renovations, which is kind of what she's known for. She like moves to a new place and she always moves to a different style of house too. She never does the same thing over again. I actually really like that. Now, I don't know how much work she's actually doing versus like the interior designer and architects or whatever, but either way, she has really good taste. But also, this is interesting because we were just talking about this last week. The founder of Bumble used to own it also. Kendall's newest real estate investment has a star-studded history as it was famously owned by Ellen DeGeneres. I didn't know Ellen's last name, but I just knew like her show was popular and people loved her and she would always give away free stuff. And my grandma was like, "Oh yeah, Ellen DeGeneres." And I started laughing because I'm like, "That's really funny. That's clever. Did you come up with that yourself?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You just call her Ellen DeGeneres because she's like so generous." And she's like, "No, that's her name." I was like, "What? That is her name? Like, what are the odds?" Anyway, I thought it was funny. It was also previously the home of Bumble founder Whitney Wolfhard and Tinder co-founder Sean Rad. I wonder if they're, hang on, back to the drawing board, because she got ousted. From what the commercials looked like on that movie, it looks like she got ousted. Inspired by the story of Whitney Wolfhard, founder and former CEO of dating platform Bumble. Anyway, it looks like she's still married to someone that works at Tinder. Awkward. Okay, sorry. Back to I'm going to show the pictures here. This house is amazing, you guys. It says the home, which sits atop a ridge, is a 6-acre compound that was originally built in the mid 1800s and features the classic Spanish architectural style. It even includes Santa Barbara County's oldest adobe homes, which have been renovated for modern use but still feature many original pieces. The main house is a modern Monterey-style abode that comes in a whopping 15,000 square feet. In addition to the impressive interior and outdoor area, the outdoor area is what makes the Southern California home so magic. It is so cool, you guys. It looks like the set of an old West film because it's like got this like handmade fence all around it that matches the house and all the other buildings, and it's like a little area. It reminds me of the house on Mulan, like where it has the gates, and then like the house around it or whatever. That's what it reminds me of. Let's see. It says the property comes with a professional grade equestrian facility that includes multiple stables and an outdoor riding arena for Kendall, who has been riding horses since she was a child. Stunning panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean, I don't know how to say this, Inez Mountains can be seen in multiple spots throughout the ranch. The full 6-acre land are perfectly landscaped with olive groves, private courtyards, rose gardens, and a swimming pool. The home sits in a gated community for ultimate privacy and is surrounded by nature aside from the next door neighbor, Oprah. Yeah, apparently they had Kylie Jenner's 28th birthday party here at her Montecito home to celebrate the youngest Kardashian member's birthday. Can you imagine going to their parties? Like, they just roll up in these like cars that cost more than the houses I live in. It's just insane. Anyway, so I thought it was really cool. I don't know why they're just reporting on it now. Maybe they just found out. I guess it said she secretly dropped 23 million, but I have a hard time believing that they kept it a secret for that long. Okay, what's next? Apparently, The Biggest Loser is having not a resurgence, but they're doing a documentary about it on Netflix, and Jillian Michaels is not happy. Jillian Michaels is one of those people that people either like her or they hate her. She's very outspoken right now about politics, saying how she hates living in California, all this stuff, blah blah blah. She also has been in the heat for calling people fat and how this body positive movement is not healthy. I don't know. Anyway, she's kind of controversial, but it says Jillian Michaels is punching back at The Biggest Loser alumni who made claims against her in the Netflix documentary Fit for TV, which explores the dark side of the NBC reality series. I actually heard that this show, most of the contestants on it, after they would get done, they would gain all of, if not more, of the weight back. So I don't think it was a healthy way to do all this. Michaels was a fitness trainer on the weight loss competition series from 2004 to 2011, but she did not participate in the documentary, which featured interviews from her co-star Bob Harper, executive producers, former contestants, and the show's go-to doctor, Robert, I don't know his last name, I'm not going to say that. She took to social media to dispute a claim made in the docuseries that she and other trainers disobeyed the rules of The Biggest Loser in providing caffeine pills to contestants. Michaels posted screenshots of alleged emails dating back to 2009 that she said proved Dr. I don't know, Huizenga did approve caffeine pills on many seasons of Biggest Loser, and Bob Harper not only knew about the caffeine pills. The Stackers Fat Burner were actually his suggestion. I don't know what that means. Caffeine was never banned on The Biggest Loser, Michaels added. Wild how some folks will still lie like it's 1985 before texts and emails were a thing. Yeah, I learned about this because she called into TMZ, that guy that owns TMZ, and was talking about just like spilling all of the dirt. She's like, I have hundreds of emails. Like they're blatantly lying. And to that I say, I don't know. Also, does anybody care that much? I mean, The Biggest Loser was forever ago, right? When did it stop? I don't know. I never watched it. I was a little too young for that. Like that was kind of like always on in the background when I was at my cousin's house, or like, like when you're hanging out with your friends, like their parents are watching it. It's like one of those things. But I never actually sat down and watched it. Oh, this is interesting. Sean Kingston, the singer of Beautiful Girls and Eeny Meeny. What's the other song that he has? Take You There. I think that was popular on TikTok for a minute. He is going to prison. Him and his mother apparently are not very honest people. It says Sean Kingston sentences 3.5 years in prison for $1 million fraud scheme. Sean Kingston has been sentenced to 3.5 years in a federal prison for his role in what prosecutors claimed was a $1 million wire fraud scheme. On August 15th, Kingston, whose legal name is Keeson Paul Anderson, was sentenced to 42 months in a southern Florida prison, according to a court filing obtained by USA Today. He was also turned over to the U.S. Marshal Service custody. 3 weeks earlier, his mom, Janice Turner, was sentenced to 5 years in prison in the same case. Why is she? She must have been doing more stuff than him. Turner's attorney filed a notice of appeal on August 5th. The sentencing comes after a jury found the Beautiful Girls singer, 35. He's only 35? Wow. I thought he was a lot older than that. And the 62-year-old Turner guilty of all charges against them following a 5-day trial in March, according to court documents revealed by USA Today. The mother-son duo faced 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud. This might be a obvious question. What is wire fraud? Is it like transferring money online? Like when you wire money? I don't know. I always say I probably would never go to prison for... Actually, I don't want to jinx myself. I'll just say I wouldn't go to prison for something violent. It'd be something else. I'm not going to prison. I'm not doing bad things. But that's what I would be going to prison for. Anyway, yeah, so he's not doing well. Oh my gosh, there's a picture of Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, Soulja Boy, Diddy, Russell Brand, and more stars with legal trouble. Russell Brand? What kind of legal trouble is he in? I hope he goes to prison forever. If you're wondering why I have such vitriol towards him, it's because of what he did to Katy Perry. No, this is all... Oh, here we go. Russell Brand is being... Oh, this is pretty hard. This is pretty... Maybe I won't go into this. It is very bad stuff, though. Apparently he has done stuff to people without their consent. So anyway, we'll just move on from that. Okay, what is next? There's an Unwell convention. Alex Cooper, which I found this, funnily enough, on AOL. The site is like up to date and like, I don't know. But it's AOL though. I didn't even know that was still a thing. AOL.com. Alex Cooper's Unwell brand has reached new heights with weekend-long fan events, and the Call Her Daddy host is gearing up for one of the most impressive moves yet. It is in Las Vegas. It's on October 10th and 11th. Tickets are $300 for the 2 days. And it looks like, I was on Ticketmaster, it looks like every section is $300. So I wonder if it's like first come, first serve for seating, which I think is kind of cool. Like charge the same price for everyone, but you have to like make sure you're there on time to get a good seat. But listen to this. I am guessing it's going to be like BravoCon. I'm guessing it's going to be like that. But it says, what do tickets include? Tickets include an Unwell welcome gift and early entrance to the Unwell Expo pop-up shop, as well as pool party access for both days, Unwell hydration cocktails, seating for both nights of Unwell Live, and access to 2 nights of after parties. Listen to this lineup of people. Who is going to be in attendance? Paris Hilton, Heather McMahon, Bishop Paytas, Nicole Byer, Bethany Frankel, Sonia Morgan. Those 2 are from New York City Housewives. From Vanderpump Rules, we got Stassi Schroeder, Harry Jowsey, and Thiel. From Love Island, Rob Roush. I don't know who that is. Beverly Hills Housewives, Kathy Hilton. I would pay $300 just to see Kathy Hilton. Erica Jane. I love Erica Jane also. She's the reason I started watching Beverly Hills Housewives. Salt Lake City Housewives, Meredith Marks and Heather Gay. Selling Sunset stars, Chriselle Staus and Chelsea Lasgani. And also it says the cast of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives are set to appear. Cooper has also teased special guests in addition to the already stacked lineup. So anyway, that'll be kind of fun. be a fun event. I wonder, it didn't look like it was sold out, so I hope it's doing well. Because it looks like you could buy tickets online, but they weren't like blocked out, you know how Ticketmaster does. Anyway, Dua Lipa is on the cover of Harper's Bazaar. I think it's September edition. She is a busy woman, and I love it. I also, did you see Austin Butler's on the cover of Men's Health? He looks amazing. He said he had to gain 35 pounds of muscle to get the perfect like baseball butt. And there's like videos of him circulating online of him like exercising, working out. I'm like, dang, you look really, really good. Anyway, one day I'll look like that. Let's see. Okay, so to go back on my intro thing that I was complaining about companies announcing stuff like forever in advance. This is so annoying, you guys. This is so annoying. So Salt Lake is getting a new concert venue. Let's see, new concert venue in Salt Lake. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. They're partnering. So the people that own the Jazz now, the Smith family, they also own the hockey team and they own the Delta Center. They are building they're partnering with Live Nation, which Live Nation is pretty much a monopoly. It's like who was Live Nation the one that owns Coachella too? Anyway, they do all these events and concerts and stuff. But it says SEG to build new 6,000 seat venue in downtown entertainment district. So supposedly in Salt Lake, they're trying to make the Delta Center and all the surrounding areas just like a big entertainment area, which I think is a good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. They want taxpayers to pay for quite a bit of it, it seems like too. I don't know why. Oh, I don't want to pay. Hang on. Okay, it says on Tuesday, Smith Entertainment Group and Live Nation unveiled plans for a 6,000 capacity indoor concert venue just steps from the Delta Center. It marks the first official announcement regarding SEG's plans for the space east of the Delta Center. East. Really? Okay. I wonder where they're going to put it. I wonder if they're going to put it in that parking lot. That could be a place for it. Our goal has always been to bring enormous opportunities to downtown, Ryan Smith said. The new venue is expected to host about 200 events a year, including 100 concerts, while also accommodating conferences, corporate functions, and community gatherings. Smith said it'll be a major driver of foot traffic, projecting the venue could bring up to 1 million visitors downtown annually. But they're not even, this is what bothers me. They're not even going to break ground until 2027, and they have really no exact place where they're going to put it. I'm like, so then why tell us? Why tell us this stuff? It's so frustrating. Okay, there were 3 things that they're announcing so far in advance. One of them was they pushed Shrek 5 back to 2020 something. I can't remember what I said. But people are like, will they stop like announcing all of this stuff for like years in advance? The Shrek thing is different though, because it was supposed to come out, was it this Christmas or next? Anyway, I think it's 2027 now. That one's different because people were complaining about how awful the animation was, and so hopefully they're redoing it. But I'm like, why do you guys keep announcing all this stuff for so far into the future? Like, wait till you're a little bit at least have the plans for it first. Don't even have the plans for this event center yet. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. No. Okay, so I can't find any evidence I can't find any evidence of this anywhere, but apparently Miley Cyrus has been offered a talk show. Miley Cyrus, let me put the word new in it. New. Still nothing. By NBC to have a talk show. Which was with all these people having talk show. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Okay. It says, no, I don't want that. It says Miley Cyrus is reportedly in talks with NBC for her own talk show. According to an industry source, NBC is said to have offered the singer an estimated $60 million for the first season alone. $60 million. That is, my goodness. The show is said to be inspired by the Kelly Clarkson Show and the Drew Barrymore Show, with a mix of celebrity interviews, live performances, and human interest segments. The 32-year-old has slayed the music, acting, and hosting shows like SNL and The Voice throughout her career, where she's been praised for her quick wit and unfiltered charm. The show is still in early development. However, if the deal is finalized, production could begin in late 2025, with a possible premiere date in 2026. It says, meanwhile, neither Miley nor NBC has officially confirmed the news. So there you go. She doesn't want to sing, but she will go on live TV. I'm so bitter about that. So now they're reporting that the Super Bowl could be Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus together, and they each get like 12 minutes each because they want this to be the biggest Super Bowl performance in history. And I'm like, but she doesn't like to perform in front of that many people. She said it, so I don't believe it for that reason. Could be wrong. I feel like, I don't know. She changes her mind a lot. So maybe she's just going through something right now. Maybe she doesn't want to perform right now in front of all these people. But I feel like for like the last 10 years, she's been in Brazil every other month at these massive festivals. So I'm like, okay, obviously, like you're not opposed to doing it. Plus, she joined Beyonce on stage in Paris at a stadium for the Cowboy Carter tour. So I'm like, so you'll still do it, but you don't want to tour on your own. Well, oh well, it's not my life. It's not my life. Going back to Dua Lipa, she's said to have worked with Mark Ronson. And if you're unaware who that is, Mark Ronson is who did like all of the Joanne album. He did Nothing Breaks Like a Heart with Miley Cyrus. He had stuff with Camila Cabello. Who else has he worked with? Hang on. Mark Ronson's songs. Actually, I'm going to go to Spotify and pull up his name because that'll probably. Oh, that reminds me. Uh, as of right now, Doja Cat's new song called Jealous Type is out, and this song is so catchy. I love it. It sounds so 80s, but in a different way than all the other people have been doing it. Like, it sounds straight from the 80s, pretty much. You know, obviously better sound quality and stuff. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, like the sound effects and stuff in the background. And it just makes you feel, the way I can explain it is like, for some reason, Oliver and Company. Do you guys remember that movie? It kind of has those kind of vibes. So maybe it's more like 90s, but especially when the guy walks by with the big boombox on his shoulder and is playing that sound, that music, playing that music, that's kind of what it sounds like. Anyway, the song is out now. She has announced the album, but she's like, the photo I just posted is not the album cover, so don't get it twisted. But you can pre-order the album, which I don't know. I wouldn't do that if I wouldn't know what the album cover looks like. That's pretty risky. Oh wow, sorry, I'm at the Billions Club right now. I got sidetracked. Let's see what new has been added to this. The Boy's a Liar was added a week ago. Fair Trade by Drake and Travis Scott. Never heard of that. Never heard of that in my life. All I Want. I love this song. This song is. Oh, I forgot about this song. It's in my playlist, one of them. All I Want, High School Musical, the series. So with Olivia Rodrigo. All I Want is Love That Lasts. Is All I Want, Too Much to Ask. It's so good. It's so good. So apparently Olivia Rodrigo is gearing up to announce a new album cycle, and it happened like literally the same day as Taylor Swift's. All she really did was changed her, it's like the font or whatever. What am I trying to say? It's her initials, but it's like in purple, OR, and she changed it from purple to red, and that's like all she did. But it's like hinting. Well, also she wore that shirt that said number 3 on it at that last concert she was at. It's like hinting that she's gonna announce her new era. And someone saw that, and then it was like right after Taylor Swift had announced her new album, and they're like, "Not now, little girl. Sit down, little girl. This isn't your time." Anyway, that song is good, you guys. If you haven't listened to it, All I Want, it's so so good. Okay, Man Eater by Nelly Furtado. 2 days ago is now in the Billions Club. And probably 500 million of those streams are from me. That song actually is one of the very, very first songs I ever had on my iPod Nano. When my friend Mandy came to school, it was after Christmas break, and she had her iPod. What was the other one? It wasn't the Nano, but it was the bigger one. Was it just called an iPod? But when she showed me that, I was like, I must have this immediately, because at that point I was still carrying around the Walkman. You had to hold it like a certain way or else the CD would scratch. I'm not that old, I promise. I promise I'm not that old. Because I got my iPod when I was in like 4th or 5th grade. But when she showed me that, I'm like, this is the future. This is absolutely mind blowing. I was like, and you can just add a bunch of songs? She's like, yeah, you can add whatever you want. I'm like, oh, trust. I went home and I got my iPod. I think I had it like a couple months later. I made a deal, and it was like, I think it was like $125. It wasn't even that much money compared to today's whatever things cost today. And it was the best money I've ever spent in my life, ever. And then I washed it, and then I got the other iPod Nano, which was smaller. Anyway, Man Eater was one of the first songs I ever had on my iPod. And then I washed that one, and then I had to get an iPod Shuffle. Because you guys, I can't be without music. It's like, it's painful. And I was kind of annoyed I had to get the Shuffle because it was like, I think it was like $50, but my parents were like, we're not buying another one. We're not. I'm like, but please, but please. From past experience, you could wash your iPods at least once in the washer and they would still work, as long as you didn't dry them. Drying them is what really did them in. I had to get a Shuffle. I actually ended up loving it. I knew exactly how many clicks to click to get to the song that I wanted. And I'm like, wow, I'm really good. I'm really good at this. Sorry, Mark Ronson. We were looking at his songs. Let's see what songs he's been a part of. Electricity by Dua Lipa. That one's big. I hate this song. Uptown Funk is one of the worst songs to me in my life. I can't stand it. Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. He had a lot to do with, I think, the Barbie soundtrack. He did Dance the Night with Dua Lipa. So I really hope they teamed up together because he has done some really good stuff. Anyway, that wasn't as impactful as I thought it was going to be. Sorry. Let's see. I want to see if there's a good This Is Mark Ronson. Mark Ronson, if you're unaware, his mother-in-law is Meryl Streep. What are the odds of that? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Espresso remix. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Easy by Kacey Musgraves. Troye Sivan. Find You Again. I love that song with him and Camila Cabello. It's still not very impressive. I mean, he's done a lot, but it's still not like that. Why there's nothing from Joanne on here? He was a huge part of Joanne. Anyway, sorry. Well, this is boring. Okay, so this one actually makes me really sad because I remember when this album came out, I had just moved to Salt Lake, and me and my friend had worked at the same job together, and we just bonded over this album. We love this album. So it's Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen. I actually went to this concert, and my friends went back to the car early because they were just tired, and I'm like, well, I want to stay because of the depot. And they park their buses like right outside the front door, and they're like known for you being able to like see them come back to their bus or even come out and say hi and take pictures. And I'm like, I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute and see if she comes out. Carly Rae Jepsen, it's proof, I have it on my Instagram, came out and took pictures with every single person that was out there. There was even a girl in a wheelchair on the other side of the fence, and she climbed over the fence and took a picture with that girl. I'm like, you are just like a sweet, sweet gem. I love her. I still love Call Me Maybe. That song is so, so good. Anyway, she has an album called Emotion, which is now 10 years old. This is a cult pop classic. Carly Rae Jepsen's third studio album, Emotion, turns 10. Originally released in 2015, Emotion was a pivotal album in Jepsen's career and relaunched her as an indie pop darling. This album brought us an iconic track such as I Really Like You. I love that song, Run Away With Me, Emotion. And also, the one song I love on here is LA Hallucinations. I love that song. But it comes out with more. 4 unreleased vault tracks plus 2 brand new remixes. I cannot wait. Run Away With Me remix, Kyle Shearer remix, and Run Away With Me Rostam remix. The additional songs are called More, Guardian Angel, Back of My Heart, and Lost in Devotion. I'm going to text my friend and I'm sure he's seen this, but I just want to make sure because this is important. This is extremely important, you guys. That's so cool. The vinyls are pretty. They're magenta, swirl. They look like, do you guys ever have those cream saver candies? I don't know, is it a Utah thing? They're so good. Especially the orange ones. Oh, delicious. I might have to go get some. Okay, what are we at? 44 minutes. Okay, this might have to be the end of this. Also, wait. So Kelly Clarkson, I want to talk about this because I keep forgetting. Her ex-husband demanded, let me see. She got divorced from Brandon Blackstock, I think it was his name. Okay, so she was married to him. He was her manager at the time. And he's also Reba McEntire's ex-son-in-law. And his dad did almost the same exact thing to Reba as what he did to Kelly Clarkson. So basically, he asked for a divorce. And listen to this. It says Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock, received a one-time payment of approximately $1.3 million as a part of their 2022 divorce settlement, in addition to being awarded 5% share of the Montana ranch. He also received $45,600 per month in child support for their 2 children and $115,000 per month in spousal support, which ended January 31st, 2021. And he wanted more than that. He wanted like a lot more than that. Anyway, he died. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but he obviously is not a very good man. But his dad did pretty much the same thing to Reba. But Kelly Clarkson has never said anything bad about him. She has never said like an ill thing. She might make little comments, but like she's never getting married again or whatever. But she's been so professional through this whole thing. She actually had to postpone her residency in Vegas, and people were kind of annoyed. But it's because he was dying, and she wanted to be there for his kids. Apparently, though, she wasn't included in the obituary. Which, can you imagine? Someone's like, girl, she does not want to be in that obituary. I'm like, that's probably true. But still, I mean, to go through all that, to be married to him, to have 2 kids with him. Anyway, crazy. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is Trisha Paytas has partnered up with Arby's, which I love. Actually, you know what? Arby's is pretty good. I will say, every time I go there, which is not very often, I'm like, you know, this place is good. They have good food. They used to have really good shakes. I don't know if that's the same anymore. We always used to get the mozzarella sticks and milkshakes from them when we go with our grandma. And I always remembered they took forever. I don't know if it was just that location, but literally it took 5 ever to get all of our food. Um, and like across the street is Wendy's, and Wendy's would have your food out in 35 seconds or less. And I'm like, can we just please go to Wendy's? They're much better. But I do like Arby's. They do have pretty good food. Apparently, it's not a very popular chain, which is amazing because they have a million commercials. I swear most commercials on TV are from Arby's. Arby's and Taco Bell have the most commercials probably of any fast food restaurant. But Trisha Paytas partnered up with them for a Jamocha shake is what they called it. And like she does her iconic line of, huh? What? She just has so many one-liners. I just love her to death. Anyway, but it's working because people in the comments are like, but this worked because I've never been to Arby's a day in my life and I'm going there right now to get this. And I'm like, this is what good advertising, good marketing. Like, I don't know why more companies don't jump on the opportunity for these people. I think it's still because they're ran by older generation people. Like, I was talking with my friend about them getting Whitney Rose to promote the town she lives in. And they're like, well, they won't because she's not family friendly. And I'm like, oh my gosh. This would bring in so much traffic. Like, they need to get off their high horse. Plus, the company I used to work for, like, they are just still stuck in the past doing the same commercials over and over and over again. They need to branch out. This is what good marketing is, you guys. It's such good marketing. I love it. And it's working. Anyway, that's it for me. It's dark outside now. It's 8:17 p.m. I was supposed to go mow the lawn after this. I don't think that's happening. So I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna mow the lawn. Probably gonna go visit my dad and my stepmom for a minute. And what am I doing this week? This week, I'm going to watch. I actually had to double check because it looked fake online. They're playing Wicked at the Utah State Capitol, which, fun fact, the Utah State Capitol is the one that looks the most like the US Capitol in Washington, D.C. Just a little fun fact for you. But they're playing it on the lawn of the Capitol building. It says Wicked Under the Stars or something. They have food trucks or whatever. So that's tomorrow. And I'm going. I invited a bunch of people. I don't know who's going to show up, but I'm excited. It'll be really fun. I also got my first Wicked branded perfume product. It is the Olay body wash. I got Glinda's scent and it smells so good. And the scent lasts forever. I know we're not supposed to use scents. I know. But I'm going to because I like stuff that smells good. What else? I have another friend's birthday party in Park City this weekend. And something was happening on Sunday. I can't remember. Anyway, that's it for me. I am going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. What I've been doing lately, I have a puzzle. I'm looking at it right now. So when my grandma died, she got this puzzle desk from the DI. It's like a thrift store if you're not from Utah. And it is like the perfect. I think it was more of like a drawing table because it's slanted. Like it's like got a top part and then it's slanted. And then it has a little lip at the bottom. And you can lift it up and put stuff in it. But it's perfect for puzzles because the puzzles don't fall off. You can't do more than like 1,000, I think, because it's not big enough. But I have it sat right in front of my TV, and when I'm at this house, I watch Sex and the City and do my little puzzle. I'm doing my Great Gatsby puzzle that I bought in November of last year. And yeah, it's so fun. I love it. It's like one of my favorites. Like, you get so excited to like get home and like, because you have like food there that you're excited to eat or like a sweet treat or a show you want to watch. Like that's how I get when I get to do my puzzle. Anyway, I will see you next week. This is Thursday when I'm recording this, so happy Monday to all of you. Oh, well, also, I see some of you, I don't know if it's you guys that are subscribing or what, but on YouTube, if you want to watch me there, you can also watch me on Spotify. It's like the main place. But yeah, follow me online, do whatever you want. I ordered my Taylor Swift vinyl today, so that'll come October 3rd. I actually don't have a record player, but I have a lot of vinyls, so anyway. I need like a outro sound, like how Maddie Murphy has Be Safe, Be Kind, Be Hot. It needs to be something tailored to pop culture though. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Yeah. But it's like, I don't want it to be cheesy, Like, when you say stuff and it's like, no, that sounds really cheesy. But I guess the more you say it, the less cheesy it'll actually get. I don't know. Anyway, okay, goodbye.